Relax and let this gentle story carry you softly into sleep. Nymphea and Magnolia's Magical Night. This story is about a young girl named Nymphea and her magical encounter with a fire spirit named Magnolia, where dreams are woven into nighttime tapestries. Once upon a time, in a realm of enchanted forests and shimmering lakes, there lived a young girl named Nymphea. She had eyes like pools of starry night, and her hair cascaded like waterfalls of midnight soap. Her days were spent exploring the mysteries of the woods surrounding her cottage on the edge of a tranquil lake. Each evening, she would sit by her favorite willow tree, her heart full of unspoken dreams and quiet hopes. One cool autumn night, as the leaves whispered secrets to the wind, Nymphea felt a flicker of warmth envelop her. Turning, she found herself face to face with Magnolia, the fire spirit of the forest. Magnolia had skin that glowed like embers, eyes that danced like flames, and a smile that sparkled like fireworks. "I come with the magic of the universe," whispered Magnolia, her voice like the crackle of a cozy hearth. Nymphea was mesmerized, her curiosity about the ancient tales of magic now blossoming into reality. Magnolia led her to a clearing where fireflies gathered like an audience, awaiting a grand spectacle. As they danced under the starlit sky, Magnolia began conjuring a tapestry of light and colors. Illumined figures swirled above, forming constellations that sang ancient lullabies. "Tonight, we gather stardust to sprinkle on dreams," Magnolia explained. Nymphea's heart soared, each skin entwined with Magnolia weaving wishes into nighttime tapestries. Together, they painted dreams of hope and laughter, dreams that would escape into the night and brighten tomorrow. As the final firefly dimmed, so too did the evening's enchantment. Magnolia's form became transparent, but not before giving Nymphea a glowing sea token to remember their magical night together. Tearful heart, Nymphea held the incandescent sea close, feeling its warmth as she returned home beneath the ancient trees swaying in gentle farewell. That night, Nymphea dreamt of worlds where magic danced freely, knowing that she now held a piece of that wonder within her. And as dawn broke, painting the sky in hues of hope, Nymphea understood that magic was always within reach. It lived in the whispers of the wind, in the gentle waves of the lake, and in the glowing embers of cherished memories. Let's continue with another peaceful journey. Iris and Veronica. Blessings in the Night. This story is about Iris, a girl who becomes friends with a special firefly named Veronica, and together, they create blessings that bring joy to their village. In a small village nestled at the edge of a dense forest, there lived a girl named Iris, who loved the night and its twinkling stars more than anything else. Her favorite pastime was sitting by her bedroom window, gazing at the celestial lights above, while imagining stories about the magical beings that lived among them. The village whispered tales of mystical creatures that flitted through the woods, and Iris was fascinated by them. Among these, the fireflies that danced in the night were her favorite. So one evening, as the golden sun sank beneath the horizon, Iris noticed a peculiar, brighter than usual firefly hovering near her window. Its glow seemed to emit an aura of warmth that filled the room with comfort, and made her feel not so alone. "Hello," Iris ventured, hoping she wasn't just imagining things. To her surprise, the firefly responded with a gentle flicker, and Iris knew at once that this creature was special. "My name is Veronica." The firefly seemed to beam for its luminous wings, daring to venture closer to Iris' reach. Every night, Veronica returned, and the two formed an unspoken bond. Iris learned to listen to the subtle rhythms of Veronica's flapping wings and in return, shared countless stories of her day, her dreams, and her wishes. Veronica danced and glowed, her luminescence painting stories in the dark canvas of night that made Iris' imagination soar. One night, while Iris whispered her wishes of happiness and peace for her family, Veronica flared brighter than ever, enveloping Iris in a gentle light. If you wish so deeply as you describe, perhaps we can create a blessing together. Veronica flickered, inviting Iris to collaborate in magic. Iris readily agreed, a sense of excitement bubbling within her heart. You see, Veronica continued, your blessings are seeds that will grow with time and nurturing. Let us start with gratitude, she suggested, and Iris nodded enthusiastically. Iris began recounting what she was grateful for. Her loving family, the beauty of the stars, and the warmth of Veronica-Plot's companionship. As she spoke, each grateful thought formed shimmering cinders that Veronica collected with her wings. These cinders shimmered in the night air, and Veronica wove them into radiant threads of blessing that wrapped around the heart of the village. Over time, other villagers began to feel unexpected joy and respite, their worries momentarily lifted. Little did they know that each twinkle and flicker in the dark how Iris Thessalion's blessings cropped set with Veronica's guidance. These blessings danced through the night, promising hope and joy to every home. On her last night with Veronica, Iris sat by her window, with a heart full of gratitude for the companionship that had brought so much light into her life. As Veronica flared her luminous goodbye, she left Iris with whispered comforts. Remember, Iris, the blessings we create are seeds of light that bloom in the hearts they touch. Though they parted ways, Iris continued to cherish the night and its stars, knowing that the blessings she had woven with Veronica would always linger. The village thrived with newfound kindness and joy, a lasting legacy of Iris and Veronica's bedtime magic. Let's drift softly into the next tale. Rats and Lantana, a tale of renown. This story is about a young boy named Flax who sails a drying pond to renew the magical tales of his friend, a goldfish named Lantana. In a quaint little town nestled between the rolling hills and shimmering lakes, lived a young boy named Flax. Flax was a curious soul, his brown eyes always searching for the extraordinary in the ordinary. He found magic in the whispers of the oak tree in his backyard, and wondered about the stars that danced in the midnight sky. Yet there was one place Flax loved more than anywhere else, the little pond at the edge of town, where dreams seemed to float on the surface. It was here that Flax first met Lantana, a golden fish with scales that glistened like tiny suns in the water. Lantana was not just any ordinary fish. She had a tail that swirled in the most enchanting patterns and eyes that sparkled with stories from worlds unseen. Each evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon painting the sky in hues of pink and orange, Flax would sit by the pond and listen to Lantana's tales. She spoke of underwater kingdoms, of coral palaces where mermaids sang, and of the unwavering currents that carried whispers from distant lands. Flax would often reach into the cool water, feeling its gentle ripple wrap round his fingers, like threads connecting him to another realm. One chilly autumn day, the pond began to dry up. The leaves fell in cascades, creating a golden blanket that quieted the world, and the air became crisp and sharp. Lantana's home was shrinking, her stories seemed fewer, and the sadness settled in Flax, carved like a frost. He knew that the pond was not merely a collection of water, but a portal to dreams that must be saved. Determined, Flax with his friends and neighbors. Together, they brought buckets and spades, and with hearts aflame with purpose, they worked to renew the pond. They dug, they sang, their laughter intertwined with the rhythm of their labor. They gradually, as if responding to their love and dedication, rain began to fall. It kissed earth and filled the pond drop by drop, until it sparkled in the end of the autumnal light. Samantha swam gracefully once more, her sails catching the moon's rays like the promise of renewed adventures. That night, Flax sat by the pond, his heart brimming with joy. The universe felt vast and promising again, and Flax realized that the magic of renewal lay in the love he poured into the things he cherished. Lantenna's tails float freely once more, as revelous as the rain that had saved her wool. The stars twinkled above, and Flax felt every dream awaken within him, ready to venture into the unknown. Let's wander into the next comforting tale. Dreams of Azalea and Veronica. This story is about Azalea and Veronica, who find companionship in dreams, side of the wondrous power of friendship. In a quaint village nestled between emerald hills and azure skies, there lived a gentle young woman named Azalea. Her eyes sparkled like stars and her heart overflowed with kindness, a beacon for all those around her. Azalea had a secret passion. She adored stories of magic and wonder, and her nights were often filled with dreams of enchanted worlds. It was during one of these serene nights that Azalea discovered something astonishing. Unbeknownst to the villagers, a tiny friend lived beneath the old willow tree that stood proudly in the village square, a gnome named Veronica. Veronica possessed an ancient wisdom and heartwarming laughter that could uplift anyone's spirits. Her cap was a deep shade of red, and she wore a tiny pair of spectacles that perched neatly upon her nose. Every evening, Veronica would sprinkle a pinch of enchanted dust, sending dreams to those who truly needed them. Despite her magical abilities, she often felt lonely, longing for someone to share her dreams. One moonlit night, Azalea wandered into the square, the stars reflected in her eyes as she pondered stories of enchantment. She took a seat on a weathered bench beneath the willow tree, noticing a glimmering light twinkle nearby. Curious, she leaned in closer, and to her surprise, Veronica appeared before her. Azalea was enamored by Veronica's tiny figure and the kindness that radiated from her. The gnome's fairy tales had been visiting Azalea's dreams for countless nights, weaving magic into the fabric of her imagination. Veronica, with a twinkle in her eye, whispered, "Would you like to explore the realm of dreams together?" Azalea's heart raced with excitement as she nodded fervently. Holding Veronica's hand, Azalea felt a surge of warmth pass through her, transporting her into a world of wonder she had only dreamt of. They arrived in a land where colors danced across the sky, and the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers filled the air. Music played softly, carried by the gentle breeze, and the sun shone with an ethereal glow. Azalea and Veronica explored meadows that sparkled with dew, encountered creatures that spoke in riddles, and marveled at a castle that shimmered under the moonlight. It was a place that ignited joy, hope, and endless possibilities. Together, they forged an unbreakable bond, each supporting the other's dream. As the night began to wane, the pair returned to the tranquil village square. Azalea's eyes shone with the brilliance of the adventures she had experienced, while Veronica's heart felt a warmth it had never known before. From that day forward, Azalea and Veronica were inseparable. Their world became a tapestry of dreams woven with threads of friendship, a sanctuary where magic thrived. Each night, solitude was no longer a companion for Veronica, as Azalea's joyful laughter and inquisitive spirit filled the gnome's nights with bliss. And for Azalea, the tales Veronica shared enriched her heart, inspiring her to dream even more vividly. They understood that true magic lay not in solitary dreams, but in sharing them with those we hold dear. Which is why Azalea and Veronica's story stands as a testament to the wondrous power of dreams and friendship that transcends realms. Good night, and may peace fill your dreams.